How you doing, folks? Fine. Hot day here in New England. Haven't done any work around the yard. Did a little fixing up of water in the flowers for my wife. But we decided to do a shoot because I wanted to be nice out here today. Really hot and sunny. You know, if you can see the hops. These are Cascade hops behind me. You can see them. They're growing pretty good. Well, anyways, this isn't a review. This is a comparison. I got two beers from Europe. Here's the glasses, identical glasses. First, some water. As we say in the Boston area, water. I guess everyone says the rest of the country, water. Either way, it's refreshing. I got my walking stick. I finished that. Now the hops want to grab it. My hiking stick. I finished it. I think you all have seen this. With the symbols. Some Boy Scout symbol, because I was in the Boy Scouts and had a good time. My kids were in the Scouts. My daughters were in the Girl Scouts, or Brownies, and my sons were in the Boy Scouts. And I enjoyed it. This is my, I think you've already seen this. In case I run across critters that are bad, have that. You know, four-legged or two-legged critters. You need something out there. And club, poke, club. Well, anyways, back to the beer. To line this up, I put this inlay in. I have an inlay there. Put the inlays together, and they'll line right up. At least they're supposed to. Oh, I didn't have it. I didn't have it lined up. Okay. Well, anyways, put that back together. That's it. All right, that was good. And let's get to the beers. This is a comparison of two beers. One I've been wanting to try. Super Bock, from Portugal. It's really not a Bock beer. I've been wanting to try this for the longest time. I've heard about it, more so than seen it. And then my wife saw it. She picks up all the beers, she produces this, she gets the snacks. That's one of them. And there's another one. Yeah, okay. And this is the other one. Chubby's Chubby's gives you wings. The weekend has arrived. This is one of my sons. I have to say number one son. But it could be number 2, 3, 2 daughter, number 4, 1 daughter, no. Anyways, Chubby's gives you wings. This is the beer. Sagres. This is the most popular, I think, of people that are drinking a foreign beer from Portugal. Even though the country is known for its wine. But these are the beers. I've heard so much about this Bock beer. This Super Bock, that's just the name. Super Bock. Under that name, it's not a Bock beer. They make a lot of different brands of beer, even non-alcoholic. Give you some information on these. The Sagres is brewed by SCC. It's a long Portuguese name, a Lusitania. The country used to be called Lusitania. The original people are Lusitanians. Luso, Portuguese, it's Vialonga, where it's the town. It's near Lisbon, not too far from Lisbon, established in 1934. This is a 5% ABV. It goes back, though, originally to 1855. The 1934 was, I guess, making it a corporation or a bigger business, but it goes back to 1855. Let's see, they use, now this is something about this beer, water, malt, cereals, which have not been malted. So there's been no sucrose, sugars, or maltose released on this. When you're malting a beer, you're germinating it, and then you stop it, and it releases the sugars when you're malting a beer. This beer isn't malted. They don't do that. And how they get the sugars for it, I couldn't find out any information. But it hasn't been malted. In 2008, this became part of the Heineken family. Heineken took over or merged or whatever, however they did it, but this is now, this Cerveja is now part of Heineken. Let's see, this company first started way back when, years ago, with their first, they have mini cans, little mini cans, beer in them, in bottles. They also do a dark beer called a Preta, P-R-E-T-A, or Bohemia. And years ago, many years ago, when I was brewing beer, my first batch of making dark beer, I saw one of their labels, the Preta, and I looked at it and it said dark beer, so I put that on my beer bottles that when I filled the beer bottle, I put Preta for dark. Just make it different. They do make some small, they call small, low ABV, 2% beers, and that Agres, A-G-R-E-S, and Redler, R-E-D-L-E-R, 2%. They're just, for what, I don't know, maybe so you can drink a lot of them at the beach. Parts of Portugal are pretty hot, I think, and maybe that's why they brew them. Let's see what else we got on here. Alright, so that's what's said about this beer. That's that one. And I went ahead and get to them because I've been planning on doing this for a long time, but I finally said I want to have a couple of cold beers. And today's the day to do it. This is the Super Bock. This is a big brewery, Unisur Brewery. There's a bunch that have combined. This is a 5.2 ABV. It's a pale lager, founded in 1927. This pale lager should be yellowish in color, an even head on it, and then it says a metal and grass aroma. Metal like iron and steel. That's how it's spelled. Metal aroma. Sweetness of it. It kind of tastes bitter when you finish it. It's going down. It's a bitter finish. It really became creative as far as a company for all their brands in 1994. Well, it's been around for a long time, but in 1994 they really promoted the Super Bocks. They have a big, in Europe, they have these super concerts that they put on and they sponsor. They're a big sponsor because the soccer is the big thing in Europe, and in England, this is really pushed in England for their soccer teams. I don't know that much about soccer, so I can't go any further saying that than what, on my due diligence, what I had read about. Alcohol beer, that's what first went to the Arab countries, correct? It's not an alcohol beer that went to Saudi Arabia or the Arab countries. I think Saudi Arabia the first. It was a non-alcoholic beverage that was brewed so close to the original beer. This was the country that did that. Okay, let's put that there. No further ado. So, let's knock that over. That wouldn't be good. Whew. Okay. An opener. This is my number one son's opener. He was in a while into drinking and eating Mexican food and drinking Mexican beers. We don't have that many Mexican restaurants in this area of New England, but they've been starting. There's been a couple in around. A couple in Burlington, Mass. that are really good. I've been to one with me and my wife, and then one with my sons one time. And but anyways, let me get to these beers. I keep digressing. All right, the Sagres. Oh, gotta show the tops. That's the Sagres. Very similar in colors. I know the flag. The country flag is red and green. It used to be white and blue, and they had a revolution or something, or whatever. They changed the flag. I don't know that much history about the country, but I know that I've seen their flags blue and white. Oh, here's the Sagres. I'm going to be drinking a couple of beers here. Oh, that's well carbonated. Nice colored beer. It's a nice colored beer. A lot of carbonation. Oh, it's got the aroma of a lager beer. Maybe a little bit more maltier, if that could be possible. That's the Sagres. This would be the Super Bock. Really, again, deceiving by calling it Bock, because you think it's a Bock beer that brewed in the Oktoberfest fashion of the Bock beers, particularly Germany. Okay, this seems to have not very similar color. The head, very similar. This head dissipated fast. The Sagres color is very much the same. This might be, I don't know if the sun is going through this glass. A bit cloudy on this one. The Super Bock looks clearer, but the head have a nice formation of bubbles all the same size. It's hot here today. Excuse me, wiping all the perspiration away. Very similar in aroma. I probably couldn't, if I did a match test, yeah, before I should have did the match test, that would have been better. But I still say the Super Bock is clearer, a bit clearer. Same color. This has a bit of a smoky appearance to it. I know it's not a wheat beer, but no further ado. I've been dying to drink these beers, and let me get that. Yeah, I'll get that. Good tasting. Not a bit of sweetness or too much bitterness. That's not either way. That's the Sagres. A good drinking beer. I know it's very popular in Europe, for a country that is well known for their wines, I guess. Alright, this is the Super Bock. See if it tastes different, for one thing. Probably should drink some water and it tastes different. A bit more on the malt side. It's a good drinking beer. But they're so close in flavor, it's hard to pick one. So I can't pick them because well, with that said, I'm going to sit here. Excuse me. I got some snacks, my favorite. Just plain old, no jalapeno. Frito-Lays, the original. Corn chips, my favorite. Got that. And yours, my favorite. The beers. So with that said, if you're going to drink today, don't drive.